This letter begins with a message from Seneca to Lucilius, who says, "You have sent a letter to me through the hand of a friend of yours, as you call him, and in your very next sentence you warn me not to discuss with him all the matters that concern you, saying that even you yourself are not accustomed to do this." In other words, you have in the same letter affirmed and denied that he is your friend. This statement sets the scene for this entire letter, where Seneca digs into what a friend should be and how much someone should be prepared to confide in one. He says, "Now if we use this word of ours in the popular sense and called him friend in the same way in which we speak of all candidates for election as honorable gentlemen, and as we greet all men whom we meet casually, if their names slip us for the moment, with their salutation, 'My dear sir,' so be it. But if you consider any man a friend whom you do not trust as you trust yourself, you are mightily mistaken, and you do not sufficiently understand what true friendship means." These are powerful words, and they can be related to a broader principle. Choose your actions carefully and commit entirely to those actions. This point of carefully choosing your friendships and committing entirely to them is simply a subcategory of that broader principle. Most everyone has had an experience with a quasi-friend. These types of friends are those of which you might associate with because of a mutual affiliation with some group, or a shared workplace or classroom setting. They're always there, and over time you may become accustomed to trusting them, but they are people who have leaked into your life instead of being chosen by yourself. Now, that's not to say that any of these people should not be able to become your true friend. I think that Seneca's entire point here is that you should actively choose your friendships instead of drifting mindlessly into them, and that concept applies to any area of life, not just friendship. Indeed, I would have you discuss everything with a friend, but first of all discuss the man himself. When friendship is settled, you must trust. Before friendship is formed, you must pass judgment. Ponder for a long time whether you shall admit a given person to your friendship, but when you have decided to admit him, welcome him with all your heart and soul. Speak as boldly with him as with yourself. Seneca expands on the consequences of not committing entirely to a carefully selected friendship. He says, "Some, for example, fearing to be deceived, have taught men to deceive. By their suspicions they have given their friend the right to do wrong." People can tell when you don't trust them. In some cases, they might try harder to earn your trust. In many cases, they will reciprocate your lack of trust. This issue is two-sided. If you don't trust someone, why count them as a friend? And if you count someone as a friend, why not trust them entirely? A friend who you do not commit to is not a friend at all, and that friend will likely either end up abandoning you or even worse, turning into your enemy. Seneca claims that it is a more innocent mistake to trust everyone. Trusting everyone is not generally something you choose to do. It almost always is a result of your personality type. Trusting no one, however, is more of a conscious action, although it can grow into a habit over time, and is, as Seneca states, the safer way to go through life. Seneca believes that neither extreme should be embraced, and that one should choose a path somewhere in between, not trusting everyone, but not trusting no one as well.